Howdy folks, I'm Keith Bowen. This is Hard Rock University. Okay, so here's the engine mount area. These are tensioner bolts. You take the engine, put the mounting bolts through this plate, and then you can pull this plate along these slots to tension the belt. And because I wasn't thinking at the time, I had to drill a hole through this plate here to get the handle. So you can run it in there to pick it up and move it around. Okay, let's get the engine on this thing, get the pulleys in place, and tension her up. Okay, so the belt seems to be pretty true. Pulleys are tightened. Now let's see how difficult it is to tension the belt. Pretty tight. Okay, that's all there is to it. Today we're out here staking a new claim. So I'm making up a couple of stakes here. It's Montana, so this has to be 5 feet long. And by putting a strip of aluminum, you can write in it with just a pen, ballpoint pen, and that'll stay there for decades. It'll still be legible. In the bottom, I have a hole drilled for 1/2 inch rebar. Helps anchor the bottom real easy. And to keep this on there no matter what, I'm going to drive a couple of nails through here so that it will stay there even when the adhesive weathers out. So it will be there for decades and still legible. So let me get these done. Now I gotta walk up that hill. I'm gonna be setting 2 stakes there, the Discovery and a corner, and I'll be setting another corner over there. So I'm ready to head off now. It's about 40 degrees and windy and kind of gloomy, so I've insulated leather gloves. I bundled the stakes together this way. It's a nice handle. Now to make sure this is always the right length, I'll make a loop with the tag end, a loop with the tag end, and then I can tie these together wherever I need to give me the right distance to the ground. And I can make fine adjustments by moving those, and that makes it a lot easier to carry them. My walking stick, 44 for bears, and I have the GPS coordinates I need. I know roughly where they're going to be, and to get up on that ridge, probably the best way to start here. It'll be a nice shallow climb that way. See you at the top. Okay. First thing I gotta put is down there. Very steep hillside, so I'm not going to take the extra stake. So I've unbundled them. Notice how I've been able to shorten this with the square knot. Another thing I find handy, put the last 3 digits of the GPS coordinates on your stake. Now we can just look at your GPS, look at the stake, and like that. I don't know how to program waypoints. I don't care. I can do it this way. Anyhow, so now I got to go down there and set the stake. So this is the closest I can get to the GPS location. So in a few feet. The problem is the actual coordinates would be right about in the middle of that face. So it's offset a little bit. So there's the pin. Then I'll put the hole on the stake on that, and then finish the monument and show you what it looks like. And there's the final monument. Now, the pin at the bottom really anchors it well. And these rocks, if you have big rocks, especially if you can get like a 90-degree corner, and there's another big rock with a flat edge against it, and lay them like that, you can do a pretty good job of stabilizing that post. On to the next. I don't know about you folks, but for me, views like this and just the quiet solitude up here really makes it worthwhile. I enjoy it so much. Anyhow, there's a hurricane blowing on the other side of the ridge. I'm in the lee right now. Eva's over there waiting. Let me get up top, get this next post set about 400 feet north of me, and then I will be heading off. Let's see what I can zoom in on over there and what it looks like. Some pretty snow-covered mountains over there. It has snowed a little bit today here, but nothing of any consequence. It is somewhere around freezing. And there we have a discovery monument. Again, well secured. There's the documentation at the bottom. It's in a Ziploc, in a jar, set on side so water can drain out the bottom if there is any leaks. And also, the jar is set kind of away from the line of fire, so if some asinine rifleman decides to try and shoot that nice little target, he won't even be able to see it. He might shoot the stake. He's unlikely to hit that. And I thought today was windy. I'm not sure how much wind it takes to do that, but I'm pretty glad I wasn't here. And we have a little unfortunate circumstance above this decline that I'd like to rectify. That does not look very safe to me, so I'm going to have to remove all that and see where we're at once I do that and go from there. We may completely clean out and re-timber, I don't know. We'll have to see. So if you'll stand back a little further, little one, I'll start moving some rocks downhill. Now, what boy in his youth didn't have fun rolling rocks downhill? That's what I'm asking you. Pretty sure this deck thing here is anchored into bedrock. Okay, so we've relieved that situation there, so at least we can see what's going on. And look down the decline, you can see this lagging is taking weight. There's probably a lot of material there. So it may be simpler just to put another layer of lagging underneath, and then some cross beams and some new posts to hold it up, and make sure we have good solid support there so we don't have to worry about it. I'm thinking that's probably the safest thing to do, is to just reline that without taking the old lining. That's taking some of the weight. We could take more if we need to. On to the next one. Now here at the other decline, we have a problem. There's our entrance. As you can guess, working down there might be potentially hazardous if we don't safe this up. So I'm going to remove this wood debris right around here, and then I'll come back another day with rappelling gear and dig this out, try and find some good timbers and lagging out of all this. I'm pretty sure I can, and kind of rebuild it. If you look, in most places you got competent rock just, you know, right there. So you've got a couple of feet of gappage that we have to secure. And when I go under and take a look and get this cleared out a bit on top, I'll be able to see exactly what I need to do to get reasonably secure. Again, you want to kind of minimize the effort, but you definitely want to make sure that things like that don't come falling down on your head. Okay, now I've got it pretty well cleaned out here, and you can see the problem on that side, on that side. So I think what I'll have to do is start like over here or over there, one side or the other, dig down till I've exposed good bedrock, lay in heavy lagging, then dig the material from the next spot, throw it on top of the lagging, lay some more in, and just work my way across till I get rid of all of those openings there, because as you can see, the slightest little disturbance up here could cause a serious headache, if you'll pardon the pun, down there. We did a number of claim staking exercises and such. It's been a little bit cool, but not bad. I'm sweating in this light jacket just from the effort. At least the wind's died off since yesterday. And we'll finish tidying up here and then head back to town. So happy prospecting and keep it safe out there.